Welcome back. I am so incredibly thrilled you're here today because, man, we are tearing down the curtain on a seriously fascinating digital business model. Today's explainer breaks down the exact step-by-step blueprint for building a highly profitable YouTube channel, and get this, without ever having to step in front of a camera or show your face. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, right? But as you're going to see, the mechanics behind this are actually super grounded, really logical, and honestly accessible to anyone.
Now, to really hook you right out of the gate, check out this brilliant quote from our source material. The creator of this guide states, "You're literally watching it right now." And that is exactly what makes today's explainer so wonderfully meta. The actual source material we're analyzing today, it was originally delivered as a faceless video itself. So the creator wasn't just, throwing theories at the wall. They were actively demonstrating the exact model they're teaching, using an AI voiceover, some stock footage, and text on screen to deliver just immense value. It's absolute proof of concept, right from second one.
So to get us to that same level of understanding, we've got a highly structured roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover 1. The faceless channel economy, 2. The 3 essential building blocks, 3. Why information actually beats personality, 4. The honest growth timeline, and finally, 5. Your completely zero-budget action plan. We're going A to Z here.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the faceless channel economy, and exactly how these channels generate real money. So our source breaks down this economy into 3 primary income streams. The first is probably the one you know best, YouTube ad revenue. But full disclosure, there's a barrier to entry here. You aren't getting paid from day one. You've got to hit that milestone of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before the platform starts giving you a cut of the ad money. Now, the second stream is affiliate marketing. And this is immediate. You can literally drop links to relevant products in your video descriptions from your very first upload, and you earn a commission whenever a viewer clicks and buys. Finally, we have sponsorships. A lot of people think you need millions of followers for this, but our source points out that once a channel hits just a few thousand really targeted subscribers, brands in that specific niche will absolutely start reaching out for paid shoutouts.
Now, take a look at this specific figure, $10 to $30. This represents the RPM, or the revenue per mil. Basically, it's what you earn per 1,000 views from ad revenue alone in the finance and money niche. The source explicitly points out that finance channels earn between $10 and $30 per 1,000 views. That makes it one of the absolute highest paying niches out there. When you realize that a single successful video can rack up tens or even hundreds of thousands of views, that $10 to $30 figure makes the ad revenue potential incredibly real and, honestly, super motivating.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 3 essential building blocks. Let's look at what it actually takes physically to put one of these together. Honestly, the ingredients are shockingly simple. You really only need 3 things. First up, the script. And we are going to dive deep into this in a second because it is the absolute foundation of everything. Second, the voiceover. Now, this can just be you talking into a basic microphone, or as our source highlights, you can use an AI tool like 11 Labs to generate the supernatural sounding narration from your text in literal seconds. And third, the visuals. You don't need a fancy camera. You literally just need some free stock footage from sites like Pexels or Pixabay, paired with simple text overlays that you can edit in free software like CapCut. So this combo of AI and free stock tools has just entirely wiped out those old, expensive barriers to entry.
And this brings us to a brilliant comparison that completely debunks the biggest mistake beginners make. People always obsess over the editing, right? But our source material makes this crystal clear. A flawlessly edited video with a weak script is just going to get abandoned by the viewer at the 30-second mark. It's basically just pretty noise. But on the flip side, what if you have a slightly rough video? Like maybe the edits aren't perfectly timed and the stock footage is kind of generic, but it contains genuinely useful, really well-structured information? That video gets watched all the way to the end. It gets shared, and most importantly, it gets recommended by the algorithm.
Which means the crucial takeaway here is this: script first, always. This is literally the golden rule of the entire blueprint. Your script is the single most critical part of this whole process. If your writing is weak, I promise you, no amount of AI voice cloning or flashy text animations will save it. The actual value you provide to your viewer starts and ends with the words you write. Definitely let that one sink in.
All right, Section 3, why information beats personality, and what we call the niche advantage.
So this brings up a really interesting psychological question, doesn't it? Why do viewers actually sit and watch a video that has no face, just stock footage and a voice? Well, the answer lies in the niche advantage. See, in high-value niches like finance or making money or even software tutorials,
Viewers aren't clicking on your video to be entertained by some super bubbly personality. They're clicking because they have a specific problem and they want clear, well-researched information to solve it. Because of this dynamic, a carefully crafted faceless explainer goes toe-to-toe directly with traditional face-led videos. Why? Because the audience prioritizes the cold, hard facts over the presenter's charisma. The value is 100% in the content being delivered, not the person delivering it, and that is exactly why this whole model works so well.
Let's shift gears to Section 4, the honest growth timeline. Because knowing it works and actually seeing it work are two very different things.
Our source provides this wonderfully honest, realistic timeline for growth. Look, for the first 1 to 3 months, you're basically just posting consistently while the algorithm tries to figure out who you are. You're probably not going to see massive subscriber growth here, and that's totally okay. It's usually between month 4 and month 8 where the ad revenue actually starts to kick in, and that depends on your upload frequency and your specific niche. But the key metric you really need to look at is that bottom one, 20 to 30 videos. The platform essentially needs you to upload at least 20 to 30 videos before it has enough data to fully understand what your channel is about, and more importantly, exactly who it should be pushing your content to.
Which leads us to a pretty sobering reality check. The #1 reason these channels fail? It's not bad editing. It's not a weird AI voice. It's this: quitting at 5 to 10 videos. This happens all the time. Creators get super excited, they post a handful of videos, they see really slow early growth, they get completely discouraged, and they just throw in the towel. They quit way before they ever hit that critical 20 to 30 video milestone that the algorithm actually needs. So yeah, patience and consistency, they are literally a required part of the blueprint.
Okay, let's ramp the energy back up for Section 5, your zero-budget action plan. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Here is your exact zero-budget action plan, pulled straight from the source. Step 1. Open up a blank document and write a script on a topic you already know a bit about. Remember, script first, always. Step 2. Take that script, drop it into the free tier of 11 Labs, and generate your voiceover. Step 3. Head over to Pexels and download some free, high-quality stock video that kind of matches the vibe of your script. Step 4. Load that audio and video into CapCut. It's completely free, it's super beginner-friendly, and honestly, you can do the whole thing right on your phone. Line it all up, and Step 5, hit upload. That's the whole shebang. It really is that simple. Now, if you're sitting there feeling that familiar paralysis of perfectionism creeping in, just staring at that upload button, I want you to hear this powerful takeaway from our source. Your first video doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to exist. I love that. It's such a liberating mindset. You literally cannot improve on something that you haven't published yet. Just get it out into the world and let the learning process begin. Which brings us to the end of today's blueprint and leaves you with one final, incredibly important question. Are you going to sit around waiting for the perfect setup, the perfect mic and flawless editing skills? Or are you going to embrace the process and hit upload on your first faceless explainer today? The tools are literally free and the roadmap is right in front of you. The choice is absolutely yours. Thank you so much for joining me to break down this incredible source material today. Oh, and just a quick heads up, our source document mentions that tomorrow, for day 25 of their series, they're going to cover how to earn money from writing without even needing a blog or a website. We are definitely going to be keeping a close eye on that one. So stay curious, keep learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.